heard that.
Well, that's our policy. Yes, that's why we have upgrade lists, and that's why all passengers have their assigned seat.
It still was the availability to buy it when you checked in, so there was nobody there. And how do you pick?
So that's how we have upgrade lists. So passengers that have status, other
status?
airlines that fly with us, yes.
What status mean?
The status, if you fly, you fly X amount of dollars a year on our airline, you have different privileges. You're a priority member.
I think I am. I took 25 flights this year. That's what you get for profiling me again. I look like I don't take 25 flights.
No.
Well, then why didn't you pay for your own first class ticket?
And then it was the customer service that I was getting. Everybody's getting smart with me. I feel like I got kicked to the back of the
Oh, here comes the victim card. The victim Olympics. She got on her track shoes, ready to race.
So you're the one that caused a disruption on the aircraft. That's
I caused a disruption?
Yes.
When?
That's why we're standing here talking. That plane was ready to
When did I
depart.
cause a disruption? When they picked me up and told me to move to another
Come on
seat,
now.
I spoke to a lady all the way in the back.
You knew you didn't have no business in that seat to begin with.
The door for the captain, so we can have this discussion.
Oh,
Okay?
so the flight attendants had a problem. It wasn't me.
If you were misbehaving or not following the flight attendant, no.
You see, fellas, how they think they just above the law.
Can you follow?
If you were not
Think they can just get on a plane and sit wherever they want.
My seat, sir.
yes, I
So how could I not been following instructions when you just pulled me out of my
You're
seat?
following my
And now she's engaging in a circular argument that goes nowhere.
So why did you
This is
tell
what
me
they do.
to get out of my seat when you're saying I'm not following instructions? Are there cameras on there?
No.
I'm pretty sure there's cameras on there. Now I feel some type of way.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
We have two options at this point. We can go up there
Pay
and
for the
continue
seat.
this conversation, or you can resume your seat. I believe it's 14A. You can
You just
sit
pulled
down.
me out of my seat. I feel uncomfortable now. I want to
then-
escalate this situation.
Okay, then-
And they have
It's not your seat. You didn't pay for it.
Bag retrieved.
Yeah, I want my bag now, please.
Okay, and then what we'll
I'll
do
give you my thing so you can have it. It's a Sky Curb. Yeah, it's a black duffel bag.
This is some nonsense.
'Cause I'm getting kicked off the plane.
You deserve to get kicked off the plane.
you just said that you wanted to go up there
I
and
didn't
discuss
say
this.
I wanted to go anywhere. I just said I feel uncomfortable, and you decided to say I was going up there.
So if you're
This is
uncomfortable
crazy.
to fly on this area,
You see how she trying to
Uncomfortable. Your staff makes me feel uncomfortable.
Victim
You're saying I
Olympics.
wasn't following rules when I was clearly sitting in my seat when you came over.
Notice how she keeps saying her seat, her seat. It was never your seat, ma'am. If you want a first class seat, pay for it. It's that simple. Why does it have to be hard? Is life not life in you, right? I just don't get it. So you think for whatever reason or occurrence, there's a first class seat that's vacant at the time. And you just like, oh, well, I guess I can sit here. What gives you, if that was a policy of the airlines, who says you get the seat? The plane is full of people. What makes you think you're more important than everybody else on a plane? That's speaking on your level of competency regarding the seat that was never yours anyway. You never paid for it. It's not your seat. Your seat is in the back. He just announced it was like 14A. That's your seat. But you see how she's trying to create this circular argument and, oh, now I'm embarrassed. I don't want to go back in there. And yes, I have a black duffel bag. And so if it's not that serious, why are you telling them you got a black duffel bag? Just go back and get your stuff if you want to get off the plane. If you want to go back to your seat in 14A, then do that. And now she's going all off on a tangent. Oh, I feel so uncomfortable and I'm embarrassed. And oh my God. All I need is a little violin right now. Little violin for Miss Victim here.
Over there and got me, and I videotaped the whole thing.
So here's what we can do.
All right, I'm uncomfortable. I want to make sure.
I feel uncomfortable. I'm the victim now. Even though I tried to steal a seat that did not belong to me, I'm the victim now. But let's pretend that the seat did belong to you. So you have a first class seat now, right, ma'am? Okay. Well, the seat that you actually paid for is now vacant. So now you're basically occupying two seats because you're special. You should be allowed to occupy two seats. Gee, that's fair, isn't it?
Sure that that's the right policy, because now I'm over it. I got a booking to go to. I'm here for business. I'm not just flying around. Now it's about to be a bigger issue because I'm not about to go to my booking because.
If you're there for business and you're not just flying around, you would know. If you were that type of person, if you were professional, it would have never escalated to this level, number one. You would have never even stepped out the frame and did this to begin with. You would know how to conduct yourself. But no, you want to go all off on a tangent. Let's continue.
American Airlines got me out of my seat to tell me I wasn't following the rules. What rules wasn't I following? Because I was asking questions about why they picked me out of my seat and put two white people in my seat. And now I'm getting put off my plane? Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you go
I'm
back
already
to your
upset,
seat?
and you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
You are yelling at me.
Can you
I want to speak to somebody higher than you. There's nobody higher than you? Okay.
So we'll go back to the two.
You're yelling at me. Don't you know how important I am? I am a professional who can't afford to buy her own first class seat instead of ordering in an empty seat because you want it to be cheap. You're such a professional and you fly 25 times a year, but you didn't have the money to actually buy and purchase that seat to where they wouldn't be able to say anything to you at all. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a mic.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go back to the two options.
I just asked you, and you said you just guided me back to the door.
No, we're still in the same spot.
You just got me out of my seat, embarrassed me in front of the whole plane.
Oh, now you're embarrassed. You should be embarrassed for being a thief, an airplane seat thief.
I am good, sir. I don't want to go back on the plane. You just got me out of my seat. It wasn't an option for me to get.
Notice how she keeps saying her seat, her seat. Okay, ma'am, if that's your seat in first class, whose seat is 14A? Whose seat does that belong to? I believe 14A is what he said. But it's in that A row in the back. 14, I think it was 14A. Well, whose seat is that then? If the first class seat is yours, whose seat is 14A? The ghost of travelers past? Talk to me.
Get out of my seat. I was forced to get out of my seat to talk to you about something that I don't feel was right.
Oh, she's on the precipice of the waterfalls. Paging the doorman. Time to open up the tear ducts. Let the water fall. The waterworks.
And but I sat in my seat anyway. We're about to take off. It's a whole, I don't know how long we were supposed to take off and get on this plane. And we're still.
And some of y'all have the nerve, the audacity to say black women are the most unprotected people in the world, but especially the United States. Y'all have the nerve to say this. Who the hell is more protected than these marks?
Talking about, because I had a question for a flight attendant and they didn't want to answer my question, so they called the manager to call me off the plane. Like, are you serious right now?
So we can do two things, okay?
You're not trying to, your customer service.
I'm trying.
I'm not.
First of all, He's actually being overly nice from his point of view. Because if it was me, I'm looking for the air marshal. Bring the air marshal down here so that we can have this person, this scavenger, removed from the premises. That's the type of time I'll be on.
I'm trying to speak wrong, but it sucks right now. You see me sitting here crying, and you keep
Aw, tear ducts, operate.
There's two things we can do right now. I'm not getting back on that plane after you just embarrassed me.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Activate the tear ducts. I must cry and display my victimhood.
Yes, he made.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you it was a cane toad?